Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to this episode of His Bio. Today, we are going to be talking about the flag bearer of Nigeria's newest party, Nigeria's new party called the Labour Party. Yeah, there is news about the flag bearer of the Labour Party called PETER Obi, and the news is that this flag bearer of the Labour Party is stingy. So the question is PETER Obi truly stingy? But then I want to look at it from the angle of every African who believes that the African political scene must progress, right? And by this, I'm not necessarily saying there should be new political parties or we should keep the old political parties, but we are going to look at it from an angle where we are asking whether leaders of political parties should share money, right? Because the allegation against PETER Obi being a stingy man is because of the fact that members of other political parties are saying that PETER Obi is not sharing money, right? Like the way other political parties, and this is not only prevalent in Nigeria, where members of political parties share money to people to ease them of their hardship, to give them some money, right? Like so that they feel that they are helping, they see their pain, they feel their pain. And then in exchange, members of this party or members or citizens of the country show their appreciation to these leaders of the political parties by giving them their vote. So some people feel like PETER Obi is not sharing money, and that means he's a stingy person. He's not doing what other political parties or other political leaders are doing. But I am of the view that as a political leader, right, sharing money is not the right way to go. As citizens of the country who want your country to go forward, who wants Nigeria to go forward, who wants any African country to go forward, political leaders who share money are not the best option. All right. I was watching one of Nigeria's channel, and one of the defendants of PETER Obi was saying that PETER Obi is not sharing money because he's against the view, or he's against the fact that political leaders share money, and it's as if they are buying votes. He's standing against the purchase of votes in Nigeria. All right, and I think that is a good claim. I'm not saying PETER Obi will make a good leader. I'm not saying PETER Obi is the best candidate for the job. I am not for any political party in Nigeria. All I am saying is that political leaders who share money are not necessarily the best. Because come to think of it, let's critically analyze this as citizens of the African continent, members of the African continent who want the continent to go forward. Do we want our leaders to keep sharing money? In as much as sharing money would help ease our immediate problems, right? But question is, are we willing to sell the future of our nations for some few bucks? That is the question. Because these leaders who share money, we have to first ask ourselves, where is the money coming from? Where is the money coming from? What is the intention of the sharing of this money? Why haven't these people come to share this money since? Is it only because of the election that they are sharing this money? When somebody gives you money, you have to ask yourself, what is the intention of the person? The person just trying to give me money to help ease my woes because they feel empathetic or they feel sympathy towards me? Or they are trying to give you this in order to get a response, because as humans we are wired to be grateful, right? We are wired to show gratitude to whoever aids us, whoever shows us that they feel our problems, right? My question is, why is that political leaders, not just in Nigeria, political leaders in most African countries only show that they care about the citizens when it is time for elections? When it is time to go and cast our votes to decide, when it is time for us to use the only power ordinary citizens in the country have. That is when political leaders come to give money, come to show that they feel our pain, right? They feel our pain. They don't do this when it's a normal day, when people are crying for help. They don't do this, right? I was also privileged to get information on how there was flood. And then during the campaign period, and there was flood, and most political parties kept going on their campaign until PETER Obi drew their attention to it. Right? I don't know if he is also doing this because he's just going for standing for presidency for the first time. But whatever reason he had for doing that, I was so disappointed that leaders of other political parties had to wait for the newest kid on the block. And these people are supposed to be politicians who have dabbled in politics for so many years, who have been in the political arena for so many years. Someone will say Peter Obi has also been in the political arena. He has been the governor of a state for 8 years, and he is aware. And I feel like, yes, he did what is right, whether it was for his political ambitions or whether he was doing it as a mere human being, a mere citizen of the state who was empathetic or sympathetic towards those who had been affected by the flood. And I heard that other politicians went to show appreciation by sending money, went to show their sympathy towards the people by sending money to try to ease the problems. I will not only be touching on what Peter Obi is doing, but I'll be touching on other political parties, what they are doing right, what they are doing wrong. Let me touch on another issue of Peter Obi where there is a delay in his release of his manifesto. Right? I think I'm of the view that the delay in Peter Obi's release of the manifesto cannot be held against him. Right? I believe that in as much as the manifesto is the document, right, that people would use to hold you accountable. In our current society, we live in a modern era where people can be held accountable by the words they say. All right? Now, if Peter Obi comes out with a manifesto that goes against the words he was saying when he was going around trying to rally people around his vote, Nigerians will still stand against him. That you said A and now in your manifesto you are saying B, right? There was no deadline for the manifesto, and I felt like he should be given the requisite time, the necessary time, all the time he feels he needs in the world to come up with a manifesto. And a manifesto that when he releases, when he comes and then he's privileged to rule the people of Nigeria and he's unable to do the right job, we would bring out his manifesto in the new era. When you say something, you don't go, you say something on the media, like we always say, the internet never forgets, and you go against it. We would bring out your videos from the internet, you will put it hand in hand with your manifesto, and we will show you that you cannot lie to anybody. So if he feels like he needs ample time to put together something that he can achieve, an attainable something, most politicians come and then they put words, right? They put together things in their manifesto, things they cannot be able to achieve. All right, and then they bring that out only to convince the people. Documents with words that some people of the society do not even understand. I believe manifesto should be done with patience. Manifesto should come out with attainable goals, right? Manifesto should come out with goals that people can understand in the plainest and simplest of English, so that the ordinary citizen, the ordinary Nigerian, the ordinary African get it. Because I'm not speaking only about the Nigerian politics, I'm speaking about politics in Africa in general, because the African politics need revolution. You get it? So, manifesto that must come out in the plainest English so that the ordinary Nigerian would be able to understand. The ordinary citizen of an African country would be able to understand. So that when the president goes up, because on the day of the election, the only power citizens have, which is the power of their votes, is what we hand over to whoever we vote for. So when the person understands what the political party and the political leader is standing for, and we believe we believe that he will be able to achieve these goals, and we vote for him, then we can hold them accountable. But if we push this man to put something together, something that he will not be able to achieve, and Nigerians hand power over to him and he's unable to achieve it, who do we blame? Do we blame the poor man for being pushed to bring out a manifesto in haste? Right? So we give this man ample time. And I was already hearing that he has released his manifesto. I'm going to look into the manifesto. I'm going to dig into it. And whatever he says in his manifesto, should he be given power by the Nigerian to rule Nigeria, we will come back here and hold him accountable for it if he does anything wrong. Not just with Obi. I'm going to dig into all the other political parties, look into what is going on in these political parties, see if whatever they put out in their manifesto is attainable, if if they bring out anything, we are going to hold whoever wins the election accountable during their years as president of the Republic of Nigeria. Long live Nigeria. Long live any citizen of Africa that cares about Nigeria. Long live the continent of Africa. If you are a new member on this YouTube channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe this video. If you like it, share your comments in the section below. If you agree with me, share your opinion. If you disagree with me, share your opinion. Let's come together and make sure Africa works. Let's be the youths that put African leaders on their toes. Let's make sure that the African leaders that we elect into power work for us. We can do that by being the outspoken youths we must be. We cannot do that by sitting down and hoping that everything goes down well. We must look at our political leaders. We must look at our leaders and make sure that we pick the right man for the job. I have been informed that the governor of Lagos is doing an amazing job in Lagos, and I'm going to look through his work. And we are on this channel. We are going to come together and look at what he's doing and see if he's really doing the job right, or members of his parties are just supporting him. If you have anything to say, put it in the comment section below. If you have anything you want me to address about Nigeria, about Togo, about Ghana, any African country at all, you can put it in the comment section below. We will address it. We will critically dissect it on His Bio. Welcome to His Bio, and I'm grateful that you tuned in and you listened to His Bio. I'm grateful that you joined with us. And then if you have anything, if you have any opinion as a youth of Africa, as a youth of the world that have intentions, good intentions towards Africa, you can join us. You can come and then you share your opinion in the comment section below. Anybody with an opinion that is in line with the goal of pushing Africa forward by putting our political leaders on their toes, share it in the comment section below. If we would make a video on your comment, we will. If your comment is about something you want us to address and we can't address it, we will make sure we address it to put our leaders on their toes. Thank you. Have a lovely day.